I'm the Bodybuilding Vegan, and you might be wondering why I'm running in this parking lot. Well, I'm wondering why you haven't clicked subscribe yet. And stay tuned, because now we are on the Impossible Bulk into the Incredible Hulk week 3. And I am working my way up to 275 pounds. I am the Bodybuilding Vegan. I have worked with over 500 clients, and I am also launching the best vegan coaching team on the planet, Vegan Squad Coaching, so stay tuned. And this week, we're gonna take a deep dive, deep, into all of the supplements that I take. It took me like 20 minutes, guys, but stay tuned. I'm gonna show you literally every supplement I put into my mouth. Start of week number 3 of the Impossible Bulk into the Incredible Hulk. I need to get that right. So this morning, 251 weigh-in. That's honestly about where I had been clocking in at for my last weigh-ins. You guys can see my photos, kind of see the physique progress. Allie told me last night that I'm looking bigger. So either she's just really good at sucking up and making me feel great, or maybe there's some truth to the matter. I think either I'm not very good at measuring, or I've had some incredible progress in the last 2 weeks with my measurements. I don't think I'm an expert with the tape measure, but I mean, I'm up a few pounds, so I have to be growing from somewhere. So for this week, I haven't fully solidified the updates yet. As of this moment, the macros are the same, the super supplements are the same, but I'm thinking I might push the carbs just like a smidgen higher, just because I don't want to stall out here. And I'm trying to only make weekly updates for you guys, not like 2 times in a week. So need to kind of make a decision and stick with it. So I'll do that here sometime soon. And you guys got some fun stuff to look forward to this week. I'm going to show you all my supplements and maybe some other fun stuff too. So this has been like my favorite pre-workout meal lately. I do cream of rice, some blueberries, veg mixed in there. Throw some yogurt and a green bite on top. Got the red velvet protein pack. You guys can go use code #BodybuildingVegan in all caps and get yours. But this is going to be my pre-workout meal, and then I'm going to try and get Allie to help me film all these supplements that I'm going to... She said no. She can say no, but she's still going to do it. Help me film all these supplements so I can take you guys literally through everything I take in a day. And I'm realizing now it's actually a lot. All right, so it is time to take you guys through an entire day of supplementation. For the super supplements, check the link below. Click on the bulking link, you can get all that information. But for the over-the-counter supplements, this is how my day looks. Now, I have all these pill containers spread out here because these are gonna help speed me up throughout the week. So every single morning, when I first wake up, I will do 2 caps of this diet support from Now. You guys could look it up, but it has iodine, coleus forskelly, green tea extract. Those are like the main reasons I take this. It's kind of like a catch-all. It was just in my last bodybuilding prep for in the morning before cardio. I don't really do cardio anymore by like that standard of like getting on a recumbent bike and pushing, but I will go get a bunch of steps. Usually the first 30 minutes to an hour of my day in the morning is just getting steps while I work on clients. So I'm putting 2 of those for each morning. And then next we have L-tyrosine. It's an amino acid, helps with cognitive support. Also, I believe it may play a slight role in thyroid function. Again, that was in my prep. It was something I would take every morning before doing my fasted cardio. And then next I have selenium. This does play into thyroid production. So a good thing to have. You probably will get some through your diet if you have a well-balanced diet. I know Brazil nuts are super high, but I just kind of do this as an insurance policy. So I do 1 selenium, 2 of the diet support, 1 of the tyrosine every single morning when I first wake up. Then I go get my steps. Then when I come back, and then, if you know that movie, let Allie know in the comments below. When I come back from my walk, I will usually work for a little bit, drink some coffee, and then before I eat, I have a digestive drink. Now for that one, I've already made mine up for the week, I guess. For fun, I could make one for y'all right now. Why not?
Showing the back of your shirt.
Oh yeah. Check out the new Be Kind to All Kinds shirts. They will also be listed in the link down below. And if you want to get a shirt so that you can rep your kindness to animals, you don't have to get this one with my handle on there. You can just get the one with the cool little cute animals. I think I'm going to get that tattooed actually. But you can get that one and put it on your back or your chest or put it wherever you want. All right, so for my morning drink, pay attention to the numbers here. I'll take Shoutout Vedge. Use my code if you order from there. I will take my cup, and every single day, first thing in the morning before my meals, I will do 15 grams of L-glutamine 15 grams, which is the same as 15 milliliters of the apple cider vinegar, and 1 to 2 grams of this inositol. So glutamine helps with repairing your stomach lining. So somebody like myself that's eating a lot of food, this is just gonna help improve my overall digestion. Apple cider vinegar, this can also help with blood sugar levels and digestion as well. And inositol, it's a B vitamin. I believe it assists with digestion, and it can also, again, help with keeping your blood sugar in line. So if you're a big guy or big girl eating a lot of food, it can really help. So now here's where I get a little creative. You see, I already got these pill containers here so that I don't have to bring all these supplements out every single day. Once a week, or really I do 2 weeks at once, so once every 2 weeks. For my morning drinks, instead of making one, I always double it. So I do 15 grams of glutamine a day, but I'm gonna do 30 grams right now and just drink roughly half of this. And you might ask, well, how do you make it half? I'll be honest, y'all, I just guess. I drink about half on one day and I drink the rest the next day, and then there we go. For this, be very careful weighing it out. It's easy to go above. Grams and milliliters are exactly the same. I also said I do about 1 to 2 grams of this per day. So what I do is I put about 3 to 4 grams on this scale. Also, you guys, like, if you're gonna get supplements, you can get these bigger containers on Amazon just because it's a lot cheaper than doing the pills. Like, you can get all this in pills, but for me, it's gonna be way cheaper. And then do not drink it like this. I mean, you need to add some water. You need to dilute it a little bit. But that is my morning drink. I have this every single day, unless I forget. I know when Allie and I were traveling a lot, I didn't remember to take it every day, and we didn't take the time to make it. And I do think my digestion paid for it a little bit. So we're gonna keep that in play here. So then I drink that digestion drink, and then I get my first meal in the microwave. While it's in the microwave, I take my daily supplements. I take a lot every day, and I'll try to run through it here and break it down. Starting off the top, choline. I do 1 of these a day. If I don't remember everything, I will be honest, but I believe this plays into brain health. Basically, I've done the research over the last decade. I don't always remember why I'm taking things, but I remember like, oh yes, this was really important at one point in time, so I still do it. I do 1 of the Vedge essentials each day. They say to take 2, but since I'm already getting the selenium in another place in my diet, I already have vitamin K2 in another place in my diet, I already do take a little bit of omega-3s. Really, I'm doing it just to kind of round everything out, but also for the B12. So my B12 has always come back good, but it won't hurt you to take more. Dandelion root, this can help with preventing water retention. Also, it has some potassium, so it's good for really just not holding too much water, but also preventing your muscles from cramping and things like that. K2, this does a couple things for me. One, it helps me absorb my vitamin D3. And vitamin D3 is probably the most deficient vitamin that people are in worldwide. So definitely, if out of anything in this whole video, take your vitamin D. K2 will help you absorb D3. K2 will also help prevent calcification of your arteries. So stiffening of those arterial walls. If you're a big gear user or you're a big guy, you don't want to do that because basically it's going to lead to heart attacks. So this will help prevent some of those blockages. Next, I take some of this Pepsin GI. It has zinc and L-carnosine. It just helps with digestion again. So I take 1 of these every morning. I'm supposed to take 1 at night. I haven't been doing that. I'll take some copper. I'm trying to remember why. It's an essential mineral. And I know John Meadows recommended taking it. I forget exactly why, but I mean, I'm just being honest. I take it. You could look into it yourself. Next, citrus bergamot. 3 of these a day. If you are a super supplement user, this is one that you will want to have in your diet. It helps keep your HDL higher, your good cholesterol, and it helps keep your LDL lower, your bad cholesterol. So highly recommend it for any of you guys that are dabbling in that stuff. Next, nattokinase. It's kind of the same thing. This one helps to keep blood flowing, basically keep your blood from getting too thick, cardiovascular health. I do 2 of these a day. Also, again, just for you super supplement users, or if any of you have like heart conditions, and I'm not a doctor, so do your research, but this would probably be one you want to look at. Next, NAC, N-acetylcysteine. This was actually banned by the FDA for a while, banned because it works so well and they weren't going to be able to make money off of it. They wanted people to have to pay a lot more money to get this, but it helps with, you know, it says free radical protection, but really just cellular health and keeping you healthy. Like, a lot of people think it's fun to take the super supplements, but they don't realize you probably should be taking all this other stuff too. So that's the start of this. Then I also do with every single meal of the day, betaine HCl. It helps to digest especially your protein, especially when I'm pushing the food. This does just keep my digestion flowing and feeling better. I also take milk thistle, can help with liver, I'm not saying like this is like super solid liver support, but it's not gonna hurt to have a little bit in there. And then I do take some vegan omega-3s. There are some in your veg essentials. I just like to double up and have them on the side. Astragalus, this is for kidney health. I do like 6 of these a day. And you might be like, oh my God, that's so much. It's like, really, it's just, that's the dose. That's the dose that works. It's about 500 milligrams a capsule. You wanna do about 3,000 milligrams a day. So I take 6 of these a day. All right, and then we'll get on to like the workout supplements next. So I'm gonna set this up. Allie and I are gonna distribute these with a little time lapse, and I'll see you all at the next part. All right, so I looked it up for copper. That was it. If you take in a lot of zinc, it can interfere with copper absorption, but it also helps with brain function, antioxidant activity, all these things. This is like what I do for me. These are my supplements. You guys don't need to copy me. If you need help, if you need assistance picking out what your supplements should be, reach out to me. That's something I do with all my clients. I tailor make everything specific for my clients so they can see exactly what they're supposed to do. This is what each morning looks like in terms of pills. I've gotten pretty good at just downing these. I've already done mine today, so you won't get the pleasure of watching that, but like, woo, it's fun to be a bodybuilder, but that's what I do. Not what you have to do, not what all of my clients do, but if you're trying to be a 275-pound bodybuilder, that might be what you do. So now we've had our morning supplements that help with cardio and thyroid function. We've had our morning health drink to help with digestion. We've had our bolus of supplements just to help with overall health, everything that I normally need. Then we have a few more to work through. So we have this kind of daily health drink that I do. And what we put in that is we put a serving of the organic greens from Vedge. Shout out, code BodybuildingVegan. I do 6 grams of acetyl L-carnitine. I'll mix that up in this one drink because I'm supposed to take it with 3 of my carb-containing meals each day. So I'll just kind of sip a third of this drink with 3 meals throughout the day. So the organic greens, acetyl L-carnitine, have this right now because we're traveling. We also usually use Vedge. Either one is fine. A creatine monohydrate. I really like the Creapure brand. So Vedge or anything that says Creapure will be good. I do 5 grams of that in this drink. We do 10 grams of glutamine. We use beetroot because this helps. I mean, yes, it helps with natural nitric oxide production, but also with blood flow. So good for heart health. 5 grams of creatine, 3 grams of beetroot, 15 grams of EAAs, 10 grams of glutamine. We ran out of it, but I usually use cranberry juice, and then 6 grams of the L-carnitine. So we're gonna mix these up and we put them in these. That way we don't have to pull all these supplements out every day. We probably need to get more of these, but once every 5 days, we, and by we, I mean she,
me,
her, does this. So I do put EAAs, and people are probably like, why do you put EAAs? Honestly, it's just for the flavoring. All this stuff, I mean, the greens are fine. Beetroot's okay. Creatine and glutamine are all right. Like, just all of it together without the EAAs wouldn't have flavoring. So I'm like, I could buy some meal or just run with some EAAs. And then again, the EAAs are the most essential amino acids for building muscles. So taking them when I'm having these other meals, like maybe I have a meal that, I mean, sometimes I'll do something crazy. I'll do like just a bunch of peas with nutritional yeast, and like maybe the protein quality is not super duper high, but then I have a sip of this drink and I'm mentally feeling pretty safe to do so. Next thing, with any of my high carb containing meals, I will do a little bit of berberine. Just helps keep your blood glucose in a better level, your blood sugars. When I'm in a cut, I'll use yohimbine, but I'm not in a cut right now, so I won't do that. Used to do the acetyl L-carnitine like this, but now I have other ways. That's Allie's. L-theanine, sometimes I'll take this in the morning. It can help with mental focus, it can help with stress. You can also take it at night. If you're really stressed out, take this one at night before bed. And I also take 4 tabs of this at night before bed because magnesium promotes sleep, and it's also one of the electrolytes, so it'll help prevent cramping as well. All right, so then the last thing that we're gonna do, I have these containers over here for my Intra workout. It's something that I take while I'm training each day. The reason you might want an Intra workout is to get longer, better, harder, stronger, faster workouts in. Maybe not all those things, but what we do typically, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, most important thing is probably this highly branched cyclic dextrin. Even though I'm not sponsored by them anymore, I did walk away to go be with my new best friends with Vedge. True Nutrition is a really strong brand, and I really like their highly branched cyclic dextrin. So we do this, it's an easily digesting carb source. Again, if you guys need help building out your protocols, let me know. This is just my protocol. So I believe we do 35 grams of the highly branched cyclic dextrin every single workout. I don't do this on my non-training days, only on my training days. It helps you train longer with similar intensity. And it's a really easily digesting carb source. So unfortunately, like things like Gatorade don't always digest well for people, but highly branched cyclic dextrin seems to do really well. So I will do 35 grams of that. Then I'll also put another 5 grams of creatine in my intra workout shake. So on the days that I'm training, I get 10 total grams of creatine. I think it helps push some of those carbs to where I want them to be. Extra insurance policy, normally for clients, I do about 3 grams of creatine for every 100 pounds of body weight. I'm trying to be like 300 pounds, so close enough to 10 grams. I will do a pretty healthy serving of essential amino acids while I'm training. The essential amino acids, again, I was talking about them before, but they're required for muscle protein synthesis. So make sure that we get those while we're training. Like I'm kind of doing this in order. Like I think the highly branched cyclic dextrin would be most important. Essential amino acids would be next. Creatine would be next after that. Or salt. We also do salt. We also have this electrolyte powder mix that we mix in sometimes too. So either one of those works to get some electrolytes while you're training. At a bare minimum, do salt. If you're really low on a budget, this isn't the cheapest thing in the world, but salt is pretty darn cheap. And then the final thing, we do actually put more glutamine in this. Again, just to kind of help with the stomach side of getting all of the rest of this down. Glutamine's not going to build muscle. That's what it used to be. The guys at GNC sold me a lie back in the day. They're like, you take this, you're going to get jacked. But not really, but if it helps with your digestion while you're training, then in a way, that helps you get jacked, right? Now to throw you under the bus. Have we been adding salt to these or just the electrolyte mix?
Just the electrolytes.
I want like 2 grams of sodium while I'm training. So that's 40 milligrams. That ain't anywhere near 2 grams. So ideally, we would add like some sea salt, but I think I'm out of sea salt. So honestly, guys, like, ain't gonna kill you to use this. I mean, sea salt would probably be preferred. There's some other things in there, but like at the end of the day, this works. I keep some salt in my fanny pack just in case I run out. So we're gonna add 2 grams of this to the mix. So that is pretty much it. That's it. That's it. You know, only 20 minutes.
That's all it takes to be.
That's all it takes to be a bodybuilder.
You need an assistant to do it for you.
You need an assistant or a girlfriend. I suggest you get a girlfriend and make them the assistant. Go pay for that one later.
You're about to lose your assistant and your girlfriend.
Yeah, there is that downside. You might lose both at once. Well, thanks, guys. If you need help building out your supplement list, let me know. And again, if you want to see the super supplements, click that bulking link below. I do weekly updates to my bulking stack so that you guys can stay in tune. And yeah, I think that's it. Anything else to say? Have the best day ever?
I need an assistant.
Allie needs an assistant. She should get a boyfriend. I'm a life partner, not a boyfriend. All right, I'm probably giving you all whiplash. All right, love you guys. Probably going to give you guys some more updates, but yeah, now you know exactly what I'm doing as a bodybuilding vegan to get the 275 pounds of lean mass, supplement-wise. I would film for 20 minutes and completely forget something. My Vedge pre-workout. So I look for citrulline malate. This one has a pretty good amount. If you do 2 scoops, 5 grams. I usually go for 6 to 8, so it's just slightly on the low side. Beta-alanine at 3.2 grams for 2 scoops is perfect. Taurine is good while you're training, can help prevent cramping. I do like that they have caffeine from coffee bean extract. 200 milligrams is pretty good. You can go anywhere from 100 to 400 milligrams. The lower you can go. Also, it does have some of this caffeine dimalate here in the middle of the screen. That's like a slower burning caffeine. So you kind of have your regular caffeine that's going to hit harder at the beginning, and that dicaffeine malate, I guess the malate that they pair it with, slows down the absorption. So it'll be a little bit longer lasting. But that's like the main things that I look for in a pre-workout. Pretty much always do 2 scoops of this. It's enough caffeine for me to feel it, but not to be like super jittery or where my heart starts racing. Everybody's built a little bit differently. The less caffeine you can use, the better. But things like beta-alanine, citrulline malate, those are good to use because they will help you push harder while you're training. Use code BodybuildingVegan at checkout. But I think that's all the supplements I take daily. Yeah, it's a lot. This one's for Allie at the gym, and she just told me after helping me with all the supplements that she vacuumed, she cleaned up around the house, and asked if there was anything she could do to support me. And just so lucky, I'm so grateful. Allie, if you end up watching this, I love you so much. And if not, it's okay. The world can know. I can't do any of this alone. I have an amazing team, and Allie's a big part of that team. I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm kind of at a loss for words, which is unlike me. It's just, I'm so lucky to live the life I live. And if you're able to watch this, so are you. We're all still here. We're all still breathing, thinking, listening. So keep growing, keep being the change you want to see in the world. And for all of those that support me. I will forever work as hard as I know how to make the world a better place. Thank you. I have never seen this movie. So, if you know what it is, you already know. If you don't know, I'll tell you now. It's The Greatest Showman, and we'll see if he is indeed the greatest showman. It was pretty good. I didn't know it had Zac Efron in it, and I didn't know it was about the circus, which makes me feel really dumb. But yeah, it was about the circus, sort of. But from a vegan standpoint, they didn't use any real animals, so at least no animal cruelty was involved. Except for the cruelty from Allie for filming me right now. Alrighty, another week in the books. I was 253 this morning. It is Sunday, and I think that this was a pretty solid week. I'm really enjoying eating all this food. Having my carbs at over 500 again makes it pretty much feel like every meal I'm eating, I can kind of have what I want. So nothing has really changed too much on the foods from last week's full day of eating vlogs. If you missed that one, go check it out. But I'm really enjoying what I'm eating. I feel like it's working well. Body weight is pushed up again to 253 this morning, up from 237 when we started this, week 0, 4 weeks ago. And I'm happy with the progress I'm making. I have made some killer strides on upper body. Granted, with my training split, I'm not touching the same exact movement until every 9 days. So that's 9 days between. Like, some people normally do a bro split and they'd go once every week for each muscle group, for each exercise. And I have a little bit more than that. So I really should be hitting like a new PR, or at least a new, for me, for this bulk PR on each working set. Really, I truly believe that I should. Everything's been flying up. I will say though, for legs, good Lord, I had to push hard just to get one extra rep on leg press this week. So excited to see how that goes over time. But then again, I'm only doing legs once every 9 days. If you guys want to stay tuned to see all that, check the bulk tracker link below. You can see my exact split there. As far as what's in store for next week, probably going to be pushing the super subs. Check the bulk link below if you want to keep up with that. And I think I'm due for a shave. I think I want to have some baby smooth skin. What do you guys think? Guess we'll see if I actually go through with it. I'll see y'all next week.